The following content is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Always Another Way Podcast. My name is Marina Sprocki-Spriggs, and I'm your host. I have a master's in professional counseling, and I am the IPPY Award-winning author of Stop Looking for a Husband, Find the Love of Your Life, and Nasty Divorce, A Kid's Eye View. I write positive divorce advice for the HuffPost, and I'm trained in clinical hypnosis. And this podcast speaks to out-of-the-box thinkers, and it's for those who hear the call of hope in Always Another Way. And if you're very rigid and set in your beliefs, this is probably not your cup of tea. However, you should note, taste can, and do change. And I just want to thank all of you for listening as I begin the second year of Always Another Way podcast. And I just want to remind you to, if you haven't yet, when you go to iTunes, if you will search for Always Another Way spelled with 2 L's, subscribe and rate it. It will move the podcast up the charts and more people can hear all the amazing guests that I have on. And I am so excited to talk to today's guest because we have never, ever talked about this before. And I'm going to set it up. And if you know me and if you've listened for over a year now, I obviously like things that are outside of the box and different. And I've been on a path of healing. And the first guest I had on my very first podcast, Dr. Amy Gunderson and Dr. Tyler Lewis from Self Unbound, they had helped me tremendously in making a mental shift. And also, I just love them. But then something else in my body, too, needed to shift a little bit. So on December 23rd, I had heard about this place called Ozone Clinics. I had went in because I had a cold. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try it out. So I went in there on the 23rd, and I was feeling, you know how you feel like sick, like in your body. So I did it through my ears, and I did their sauna. And then when I got out, I was like, wow. And I just kind of felt like the mucus move, like just sort of like down out of my head, but now it's kind of moving in here. So Christmas came. I went again on the 26th, did the same program again, and then by the end of that day, it's all coming out. Never felt sick, never got sick. So I'm like, okay, let's keep going. So I keep coming, and what I noticed, and they have a list of 100 different benefits of ozone therapy, is, you know, usually, and probably for over 4 years now, I've had some thyroid issues, and I am just fatigued. And it doesn't matter how much sleep I've had. Come 3 o'clock, if I did not have to carpool all my children, I would be in a nap. And I don't like drinking coffee at that time. It interrupts my sleep. So anyways, after doing this, I realized 3 o'clock comes and goes. I'm not tired. And in fact, I have more energy, like way more energy. And so without further ado, I am going to welcome Jennifer Dillon to the show. She's a licensed professional fitness administrator, an integrated nutrition specialist, and the co-founder of Ozone Clinics. She received her training from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, where she studied a variety of dietary theories and practical lifestyle coaching methods. And after 5 years of offering nutritional counseling, she added ozone therapy to her practice. It's a non-invasive sauna treatment to help clients detox and build the immune system. She obtained her ozone certification in 2017 with Frank Schallenberger, who's an MD, and has been administering this treatment for 2 years. Her passion for this modality comes from the healing of her now 10-year-old son and herself. So welcome to the show, Jennifer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I am so excited because I love this place.
You know, I'm even more excited. So thank you.
So before we tell everybody like what ozone is, let's start with, I know you have a story that comes up of sort of how you came upon this path. If you just want to just tell everybody about that.
Yes, I would love to. So this has probably been about 12 years ago. My husband all of a sudden became severely ill. And we went to every Western doctor there was in Denver, Colorado. We also went to the Mayo Clinic in, I believe it's Phoenix, right? So we did not know what was wrong with him. He all of a sudden one day woke up and couldn't hold food down, and literally went from 220 pounds to about 100 and I think 30 pounds or 40 pounds at his lightest. And this was all within about a 4-month period. Western medicine could not figure it out, literally could not figure it out. And so I was, didn't know what to do because really we were hopeless. I don't know, after, 4 or 5 months of not knowing what was wrong with him, his sister-in-law of all people, or his sister, I should say, of all people, said we needed to visit this holistic doctor. So we did. And I'm just here to say that turned my whole journey around. So literally after seeing him, we found out that his adrenal glands had failed and that he was literally just shutting down. So holistic medicine basically just brought him back to life. So that was when everything just kind of opened up for me in the holistic world. Like, how did Western medicine literally almost kill him? And how they almost killed him was with prescription drugs. So, and then Western medicine basically brought him back with clean eating, organic foods, and holistic medicine. So
Nice.
it was pretty powerful.
Nice. And then you have also your son, and then you. So
Yes.
we talk about those too. Yeah.
So now we'll fast forward, I guess it's been, 7 years, right? So we had a boy, and he was age 7 when we had a pretty stressful time in our life. And so he started to, it was a summer. Let me start over. It was a summer, it was really stressful. And so he started getting pretty sick. Basically, he had a 10-day fever, which that was when I was like, well, what is going on? Like insane. How does anybody have a 10-day fever?
Right.
So after this fever, I did everything holistically. I did not give him any ibuprofen, Tylenol until, unless his fever was outrageous. And we built his immune system up basically by letting his own body fight it off. Well, what happened was we fixed his immune system. He stopped getting sick, but what happened was he started to get these delusions and hallucinations, and now I know it was kind of like an epilepsy type reaction, or I don't know what it was. An episode is what we called him. And so
That's pretty scary.
It was
especially
really
for looking,
scary.
yeah.
It was very, very scary. As a mom, I didn't know what to do. As a dad, he didn't know what to do. But we, let me think about what we did. So this is a 2-year span.
Yeah.
It would happen every once in a while. And so we would research a lot. I took him to the doctors. I did ask him. They really said it was just normal, that they would come and go, and then when he was an adult, it would just kind of go away. But I didn't really believe that. And so after a while, they started happening more and more and more and more. And so until it was almost daily. And so a friend of mine had introduced me, or it actually was a client. I was helping him heal their leaky gut. She asked me if I would go and do this sauna with her. And I was like, yes, I'll do anything. Kind of like you, I'll step out of the box, let's go. So when I went to the sauna, it was ozone. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And I was reading the benefits, and I was like, can I bring my boy? And they said, yeah, sure. So I immediately brought him in. And literally after 2 sessions in the sauna, all of his symptoms went away. And so that is, it was that dramatic. It was almost like a miracle had happened. So that is kind of where my journey started with Ozone, was my, then 7-year-old son.
That's pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. And so with that, and I don't know if you want to talk about stuff about you too, and then we'll talk about ozone if we want to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. So once that happened with my son, at the time I had been dealing with fibromyalgia type symptoms, but as a mom, I wasn't worried about myself. I was more worried about my son. So once this happened to my son, and it was like this huge miraculous thing, or healing, I was like, what is this? So I started studying it. We had went to Mexico for a couple months. It was during the summer, and I studied ozone. So when I got back, I ended up buying this ozone because I was like, okay, I have to know everything about this. It just did this to my son. Maybe it can help me, right?
Yeah.
So I sat in it for about 6 months, in my back house, and I just studied it, and I used it, and it catapulted me literally to health. I mean, obviously I was doing, well, not obviously, but I was doing everything else holistic. I was eating, clean. yoga, meditation, I don't know, everything. Like I went on a year detox, and but this sauna really just catapulted me. So I guess that's where my passion stems from, is just first seeing it for my son, then me feeling it for myself. And I just couldn't believe that no one knew about this.
Right.
I guess that's where I just was in disbelief.
Well,
Yeah.
and I don't think a lot of people do, because I had never heard of it.
No,
I mean,
and I hadn't either.
Not at all, until a friend of mine had told me about it, and then I had experienced it myself. And so let's tell everybody what really is ozone. What is ozone?
Yeah, so ozone basically it's an oxygen molecule. That's all it is. Ozone is an activated form of oxygen. So it's an O2 molecule that basically is charged in this ozone generator. It's electrocuted, it's shocked, it's plugged into like a light socket, so it's active. That's really all ozone is. Ozone is definitely not the ozone where we see in the freeway where it says the ozone layer is bad today, or the ozone, watch out for the ozone today. Nothing to do with that. Ozone is all it is the activated form of oxygen, the therapy.
Okay, so that's what it is. And so how does it actually work? So kind of describe to us like what you do. We get in the sauna, but how does it actually work in the body?
Yeah. So the ozone sauna, there's two components to it actually that make really the magic happen. To break this down, we have to start with the O2 oxygen molecule. So we have the O2 oxygen molecule. We have that's activated in the generator that really puts both the ozone and the O2 together into one molecule, which is O3. So an O3 molecule is then infused into this ozone sauna, which is what you're talking about, the sauna that I offer right now. And so once it's infused in the sauna, your pores open up and this O3 molecule is transdermally absorbed into the body. Once it lands in the body, there's two real powerful things that happen. First off, O3 is an unstable molecule, so it they detach. So now you have O2 in the body and you have activated oxygen. The O2 oxygen is the main fuel source for every cell in our body. If we stop breathing, we would die. So whenever you get into this chamber, whenever you do ozone, you're flooding your body with oxygen. The main fuel source for our immune system, one of the main fuel sources for our immune system is oxygen. So if we're lacking in oxygen in our body, then our immune system is low, our white blood cell counts are low. So this form of therapy is a great way to build your immune system up that way. The reason why you felt really good after you came and you have tons of clean energy is because you're fueling your mitochondrial system and your red blood cells with oxygen. When we're fatigued, our bodies are lacking in oxygen, and I don't really understand. And we can research this all day long, and it's true. And it's just I don't understand why doctors aren't talking more about it.
Right.
Oxygen is real critical in our body. So
they use it in the hospitals.
They do. Yes. Yeah. So that's basically the oxygen. That's the first, I guess, big thing it does in your body is the immune system builder, and then that just fueling every cell in your body. So the ozone, it's activated oxygen. So when that enters into our body, it's active. So it's wired, it's charged, it's running around all of your body. And the only way that it can neutralize and, calm down or just, dissipate or get, what am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that's okay.
So it has to attach itself to something negative in your body.
Yes.
In order for it to calm down. So ozone becomes a powerful detox. Ozone is physically going to search out parasites, fungus, yeast, mold, viruses, cancer cells, really any free radicals in your body, and attach itself to it, throw it into your body like a dead free radical, and it's going to then allow your body to get rid of it, or so your body can get rid of it. So it's a powerful detox.
Yeah. And how does your body get rid of it? Does it come out of the skin, urine, or how does it all kind of detox like that?
Yeah. So your detoxifying organs are your liver, your kidneys, and your colon, and your lungs. So yes, you're going to go to the bathroom, you're going to pee them out, you're going to poop them out, you're going to sweat them out, you're going to breathe them out and cry them out because, tear ducts and in your ears. So those are your detoxifying organs. So yeah,
Awesome.
it's really awesome.
Yeah, and I can so just feel the difference, like super just amazing, supercharged.
Yeah,
And-
so if you research to like detoxing the body, like on a cellular level, your body needs an oxygen source to do it. So when we're lacking in oxygen, it's we're not detoxing like we should be, like on a cellular level. So that's another like plus to this. There's a lot of ways to detox your body. This is just a really great one.
And rapid.
And simple. And rapid, yes.
And very, very rapid, because our environment itself, like speaking of that, we're very polluted, toxins in the food,
Yes.
toxins in products.
Yes, so we are living in about 21% clean oxygen in our atmosphere. So we can't even really walk outside without breathing in toxins, chemicals, pesticides. I mean, you name it. So basically, I think it was anywhere from 50 to 70 years ago, we were at 50% clean oxygen in our atmosphere. So today we're sitting at 21%. So that's why we're all kind of under oxidative stress. It's pretty critical. It's actually, I believe, is a huge reason why we have sickness, roaring in our country. So
Right, and it has really, really gone up.
Yeah.
And so now if anybody were to say like, any negative things that can come from the ozone stuff at all?
I don't. The only thing that if you're going to pull it up are going to be is that ozone. The gas is irritating to breathe. So we don't breathe it at our clinic. You have a towel around your neck, you don't breathe it, but it is actually a treatment. If you boil it or you infuse it through olive oil, then you can breathe the ozone, and it's actually a treatment. So no, I mean, honestly, there really isn't any negative side effects. I can't think of one. I haven't studied one. I don't know of one. I mean, I feel like everybody detoxes in their own way. So I feel like this becomes a treatment for some people that might be sick and have something serious going on with their life. So if that's the case, we have to maybe go slow at it and not maybe take it so fast with ozone. But I mean, there's really nothing negative about ozone other than just being careful not to detox too fast.
Awesome. Well, can we talk about, and we're not going to not name names, but some people that you maybe have had in and like things that it can be very helpful for to people?
Yes. We've had a few clients that it has changed their lives. Definitely can't name names.
Yeah.
I'm just... I don't want to, I hate to talk about some of I love to talk about all of this, but sometimes I get a little bit hesitant because I don't know why. I guess I can just be free here and just talk about it.
Yeah, sure. Because it's all true of what you're saying.
It is, yes. So spinal meningitis, that's a virus, has absolutely changed a client's life. When this client first came into our studio, he was literally was beside himself, just did not feel good for a long time. He did ozone for, I don't know, I think about 3 weeks or something, completely changed his whole life. Just like what you said, his energy level lifted. He felt like maybe he had hope, and he was feeling much, much, much better. Let's see, I mean, we do these blood IVs, which I know we're going to talk about later. And, and all the saunas, we have cancer. We have people that are struggling with cancer right now that are coming into our studio or our clinic and using our facilities how they would like to, at assisting whatever treatment they're getting for cancer, and it definitely is an added benefit. It's a good treatment. Just everyday fatigue, autoimmune diseases all day long, but a lot of people that are just sick and struggling and don't know why. And I try to, the next question I know you're going to ask me is, how many times did you do this? Yeah. Well, so that's when it comes to like, when people come in and they tell me their story and what's going on with them, then we do we put together like a plan for them. And so the people that are really sick and they actually come and utilize our studio for, over and over and over again, we can really catapult them into health. And so I don't really have any specific, I can't think right now of the specifics, but we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Anywhere from cancer, autoimmune disease, to viruses, to just plain sicknesses, to hangovers. It's really that.
Yeah, and just amazing how much like oxygen really is just attached to that. And I just can say like, so I have the sickness, the autoimmune stuff, and a lot of that just gives just fatigue that just sucks and just makes you feel ridiculous. And then I just hate to like just caffeinate.
Yes.
But the amazing feeling that I feel, and and you had mentioned this word clean energy, and that's what it just feels like, is not like a speed, but just.
So when I went on a year detox when I have the Epstein-Barr viruses, that's what fibromyalgia is. So when I studied viruses, if you can eliminate the environment that viruses thrive in, which let me tell you, viruses, cancer cells, all bacteria, all negative stuff, they thrive in toxins in your body. They love it. So if your body's toxic, that's fuel for them. And they thrive off lack of oxygen in the body. So if your body's lacking in oxygen, these, what are they called? Antigens, they thrive, okay? So if we can eliminate those, they fuel off sugar, and I'm also an integrated nutrition coach, so I always talk about food in my clinic. But if you can eliminate the toxins out of your body and oxygenate your body and, fuel your body right, then we really have a much better chance at surviving or not coming in contact with viruses and sickness, really.
Right, you're creating an environment that's not friendly to those things, rather than the friendly one that just kind of our personal environment creates.
Yes.
Wow, that's so
I'm so interested in this. I just can't get enough of it. Like I'm just learning and learning every day, more and more and more, and it's amazing.
I just love it. I love it. And so let's talk about now some of the other things. So you have the ozone sauna, and then also it's the sauna, but there's a couple other ways to get it besides the sauna.
Yes.
So I know I did the ears.
Yes. So it's called ear insufflation. You put a stethoscope in your ear, and we blow ozone just into the ear canal. And what that does is it breaks through the blood barrier and literally goes in. And just like in the what it does in the body, it attaches to negative into the head, like any kind of viruses. There we go. Any infection, any colds, any allergies, and allows your body to, get rid of it. So basically kills anything that way. We can also do vaginal for those ladies that have yeast infections. Instead of going out and doing the typical, over-the-counter pharmaceutical poison is what I call it.
Yeah.
You can do an insufflation vaginally and kill all that pretty quickly, like within a few sessions.
That's really nice.
So it's really, really nice.
If you've ever had a yeast infection,
exactly.
This sucks.
Yeah. You can do rectal insufflations, and that's always it's kind of funny at the same time, and but very serious at the same time. So this one's a little bit harder for me to like convince anyone to kind of try, but when they do, it's amazing. It's actually one of the more powerful ways you can put ozone into your body. And the reason is because that's where all the membranes are in our blood vessels. They all connect down there. And so when you insufflate ozone into the rectum, your body literally absorbs it within minutes. So it's a real powerful treatment. And it's a treatment for colon, prostate, all these different cancers, because it's real powerful and right there. So that's another one. And let's see. Let's stop talking about that one.
Okay, yeah.
That's the uncomfortable one, right?
Right.
So then we have the, trying to think. We have the ear or the blood.
Yes.
So
So let's talk about that. What is that? What is the ozonated blood? How does that work, and what does that do?
Okay, so the ozonated blood is about the equivalent of maybe 10 ozone saunas. So basically sitting in the sauna every day for 10 times. And what that's called is flooding your body with oxygen when you do that. The blood is basically just directly ozonating right into the vein or into your blood. So when you do that, you're going to increase the oxygen in your blood, and you're going to also detox pretty powerfully. I mean, anything from leaky gut to heart disease to, I mean, there's so many. There's such a list. I can't think right now, but how the treatment goes is we pull 250 cc's of your actual blood out through an IV, and then we push ozone into it, and then we ozonate it, and we push it, and then we infuse it back into your body. And the difference in color is amazing. When the blood comes out, if you're hydrated or not, even if you're not, it's usually dark, which means that you're utilizing your oxygen. Yeah. But when we ozonate it and we mix the ozone and put it back into you, it's like bright, vibrant red, and it's literally the color of, I mean, just red, like vibrant. I don't even know how to explain it. And so if you think about that, that's how our blood should look. We should be oxygenated. We should have that nice, beautiful blood. And so that's basically what it does. So that's a treatment also that people can do it for just to maintain health, but it's also a pretty serious treatment. And it's used in many different countries for, treatment of cancer, before, during, after, so all of this, ozone is a treatment for before, during, and after, cancer, especially like in Germany and Cuba and Canada. So there's different countries that actually utilize ozone in their medical system, which is just such a shame that we don't in America.
Right. Because if you can feel it, and then you can also do your own work and do blood tests before and after and see the results.
Yes. And we have had that.
To see them too, and rather but I mean, if you're really in tune with your own body, and I very much so am, can feel.
Yes.
I mean, I can absolutely feel it in my body.
Yes.
That energy of amazing life.
And it's amazing. It's almost
really
like,
nice.
It's almost like the way that I explain it is that it's almost like when you were 13 years old, remember that energy that we used to have, and we would just play all day long and not worry about it, have a care in the world or nothing. That's what it makes you feel like, just real clean energy.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even feel like anymore, right?
Right.
We forget how that feels, and that's kind of what ozone does. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and like with anything, I think you don't know until you try it.
Yes.
And it's at the very worst, it is the most relaxing, just so nice sauna that's just super enjoyable. You de-stress and relax on the downside, which is still a good side. And then the plus, all these other amazing benefits for your body.
Yes.
Completely amazing.
Completely amazing.
Yeah. But you have more. But there's more.
I do have more. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean for our clinic? Yes. I do have more. So we also offer a Cure Wave laser, which is a soft tissue repair. Love this laser. Ozone was my first baby, and I always say that the Cure Wave was my second. So literally this laser that I have has only been out for about a year and a half. It's cutting edge, brand new, super powerful, 1280 nanowatt laser, which I just always have to say that because it's super powerful for those of you who know lasers. But what it does is it basically cures injury. So if it's a ligament, tendon, and nerve repair, so any major joints, and so basically tendonitis of the elbow, any knee issues, like any kind of like sprained ankle or torn ligament, or really, a sciatic nerve, back problems, neck problems, rotator cuffs. This laser that I have has been proven itself over and over and over again to heal injury. And I
wish I would have known about that last year, because I had tennis elbow for, no kidding, 9 months.
Yes, so did I.
It's like, this is ridiculous. I didn't play tennis.
So did I. So, I mean, I had it for 9 months as well. And I actually used Prolozone, which is another form of ozone, but I don't offer it at my studio yet, but they're ozone shots. And I did that, and it worked kind of, but it wasn't until this laser that I got that I was like, oh my God, it was just the aha moment. It literally fixed my tennis elbow within, I think, 4 treatments. Like, it was insane.
That's amazing.
So I was like, okay, what's this laser? How do I get it? And I need to offer this as well, because it was almost like a miracle for me as well. So
it's like, why suffer?
Yeah. Yes. That's kind of, yes. I mean, I don't know how and why I'm sitting where I'm at today, because I'm very grateful for it. But I feel like it's not that I do a lot of things, but it's the things that I've gotten put onto my lap or in front of me, I guess, is a blessing, because they all work. And I think I struggled for so long with things that didn't work that I got so frustrated, and I really don't know why these things were put in front of my face, but they are. And so now I felt this obligation to share with everyone. And so that's basically, so let's say the other thing we do really quick is the Beauty Angel. And that's kind of the fun thing that we do. And it's a stand-up capsule that is kind of like a tanning bed, although I hate to say that because I don't like tanning beds. So there's no UV rays or anything, but that's the best way to describe it. And it's red light therapy. So basically puts collagen into your skin and helps with fine lines, wrinkles, cellulites, scars, even skin tones. So that's kind of our fun.
You can feel good and look good.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, come in, you can feel good, and then yes, you can leave. Maybe anti-aging. But this is the other thing is ozone is extremely anti-aging. So it's kind of like we have 2 really great, powerful anti-aging tools. I mean, oxygen in the body is one of the most critical anti-aging devices we probably could use, right?
Yeah.
Oxygen's just amazing for us.
So in thinking, do you think there's anything else that we just haven't talked about specifically about ozone, or what you tell people that you would like anybody to know?
Oh gosh. I mean, I feel like if I was going to give your audience a piece of advice, I guess you didn't ask me for my advice, but but what we tell people and what we teach people all day long is that clean your body out. I mean, if you're not using the ozone sauna, that's okay, but find a way to detox your body, and because it's very, very important. We suggest that you clean your organs out 3 times a year. And we have systems that can guide you through this, but your liver, kidney, and your colon are are organs that we use every single day. And it's really important that we clean those out. And I feel like when I started on this journey, I, for one, was looking to do that and couldn't find any, like I was searching on the internet and couldn't find anywhere to really do that or how to do that. There was really not a whole lot of information besides maybe doing some crazy, like drinking olive oil with, I don't know if you've ever done any crazy cleanse, but I've done a couple, and I'm here to say that some of them don't try. But if you could just clean your organs out 3 times a year, that would be amazing. We do have a pill form to do that, that we offer at our clinic. And we guide you through that, plus, coffee enemas. I feel like what our clinic does is it's a place to come to learn how to detox. And we have kind of a lot of ways to show you how you can get that done.
Yeah.
And when you do detox on a cellular level, it really does make a huge difference in your life. And you really can feel better. We're kind of walking around as a nation in pain and struggling and tired and stressed. And this, and, in your business. And we don't need to be, right?
No. And then the way you feel, and as we know, health, and ask anybody who's not well, not healthy, it just degrades everything else in your life, from the mental all the way down.
I feel like ozone is like a good place to start for that, because what ozone does is it gives you that energy and that mental clarity for you to get better, if that even makes sense.
Well, and I'll tell you, it really does, because I've been like in 2018, just like on this just down spiral of stuff, like a little just depression and anxiety, and then just and the fatigue, which enabled me to, I used to just work out all the, a consistent workout, not all the time, but like consistently like working out almost all my life, like just was so tired and just weak in 2018, and then just no energy for it. Yeah. And since I've been coming, I cleaned my house. Like just the energy to do things. Whereas before I really didn't have it. Like, we just look at things and like, nah, or just,
Yes.
I'm just not feeling it, or just to do the things I had to do.
Yes.
But, I've been less than 10 times.
Yes.
And completely, and
so
if you've heard
exciting.
me, I do not lie about anything that I've really done. I have no skin in this game. I do not own this place. But,
It's exciting.
oh my gosh.
It's exciting. And that's how I felt when I first started. I mean, fibromyalgia, from the day one I sat in that sauna, and by the way, my number was 10. So I did about 10 in a row. And after that, I felt like, okay, I have to do laundry. I need to do the dishes. I need to clean my house. Like just same things you were saying, because when I first started, I was like, couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty sick because I had that fibromyalgia and I just wasn't feeling good at all. And so, yes, I mean, who doesn't want to feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, and
It's really that simple. It's oxygen in the body and it's detox, but
changes your mood too.
it does.
And so, and if you are just in this, so she's located in Dallas, and if you're in the Dallas area and you have any of these things going on, especially the fatigue,
Yes.
the autoimmune, all of these things, try it.
yes.
Just
yes.
try it. And I mean, I'm a believer that you will be. I mean, you really, really, really will be. And just Jennifer and Laura's over there too.
Yes, Laura's
Just-
my partner.
Yeah, your whole staff is so wonderful and so helpful. It's a true wellness clinic of everything.
We're trying. We're trying. We're adding more soon, and yeah, we're trying to grow organically. So it's happening more faster than we thought, just because people are feeling it. But we're very blessed, and yes, our goal is just to educate and about the truth, I guess.
I mean, a drug-free
Yes,
way
it's a drug-free
to
environment.
just
Yes.
feel better, and then not only feel better, but like exponentially.
Yeah. I know I can say that all day long. So I'm glad you're saying that, because you don't have any.
I mean, yeah, for real. And it
Yeah,
was my friend. So it was my friend Jenny, and that's how like really good things do get spread via word of mouth, and then from feeling good,
Yes.
when
Well,
you do.
I will say that, I don't want to be I don't want to misconstrue anybody either. So this ozone can go two ways at first, and let me explain why.
Sure.
So you came in and you probably were just really lacking in oxygen, which a lot of people are. So you got that flood of oxygen, and you're just like, wow, everything kind of fired back up. You were a wilted flower, and we just poured oxygen into you, and you just became alive. If you come in and you're fighting cancer, autoimmune disease, or some real big thing in your life, you could go through a phase of being tired. So, I mean, I don't want everybody to think they're going to walk in and walk out like, oh my God, the light bulbs went off. You could have like this little transitional period, because you are dumping a ton of toxins in your body after this treatment. And so your body has to go to work after that.
Right.
So if your body is not capable of getting rid of these toxins, or they're capable of it, but it just might take longer to get rid of, you could get tired after, which
Right.
that's not a bad thing. Then
'Cause
you
you're
go
working on getting better.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
working on getting better, and your body needs, when every time you sleep and rest, your body's in healing motion. So, if you do leave our studio and you get tired, then, that's okay. Like, give yourself that tired and go rest and let your body start processing all these toxins, get them all out, come back in, do it again until, you just climb this ladder, and then boom, you feel great. I mean, it doesn't last, but I just didn't want everybody to think they're going to come in one try and be
Right,
like,
right.
oh my God, it feels so good.
Even though I do.
It's a process. But we have had many, many, many people, especially men, come in and they're like, I felt like Superman after, like, they really did feel like they could like just fly. Like it's pretty incredible. Like some of the metaphors that come out of our office, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's super fun.
And so, do you have any events or things coming up?
So we just had an event. We also do some functional medicine testing. So we just had that event, and we will be having another one very quickly, probably in the next month. But we do food allergy tests. We do leaky gut tests. We do wheat, if you're allergic to wheat, celiac, allergies to outside contaminants. We do bacterial, like intestinal, like parasites. So we do a lot of functional medicine testing, is what it's called. So we will be having that again, but we do offer these every day too, but we just had a clinic. So if you're looking for any of those kind of tests, we offer them, and we offer them without the consultation fee to a doctor, because I don't feel like you really need to see a doctor to diagnose yourself. I've always felt like, why can't I just take that test and look at it myself? And the tests that we offer are you can break them down, and they kind of explain what the results are.
Right.
Like in terms where you can understand them instead of like a blood test with all the, the numbers and the symbols, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
So these tests are really, they're functional. And so if you're feeling like you're bloated, or you're puffy, or your joints ache, or you don't know why you're so fatigued, or, all this stuff, there's a reason. Like that's your inside of your body telling you something. So we can offer those roadmaps for you to kind of figure it out. So events, that's basically was one event we just had, but I don't have an event like right now.
It's always going on. You can always come in and do stuff.
Yeah. I have a lot of things that I would love to do, and I'm going to hopefully in the future incorporate them, like cooking classes and stuff like that. Because, I also feel like, oxygen and detox is so important, but we also have to educate people on what they're actually doing to make all those toxins happen and make all the lack of oxygen.
You don't want to just take them out, put them in, take them out, put them in, take them out.
And trust me, we have a lot of that going on. Trust me, we have this thing. We're going to make T-shirts that say "Retox" or "Detox to Retox" for our fun clients. But when it all boils down to it, we really want to educate our clients on chemicals in general, and how to avoid them for sure. Chemicals anywhere from, we put them on our skin every day. We don't think about it. We put chemicals on our skin. We brush our teeth with chemicals. We put chemicals on our face. Let's see what else. Fingernail polish, chemicals.
Could be in food, you eat out, your
food,
water, who knows?
For sure, yeah. It's in everything, yes. Deodorant,
the air,
the clothes.
Who knows what's being sprayed, yeah.
If we really want, get like all hippie-ish, but yeah. So yeah, it's an education process for us. We really want to educate our clients about a lot of things, not just.
I love that. And really to take your health into your own hands,
Yes.
and not to be just led down a path. And if you look at and also just how many people are just killed by pharmaceuticals.
That was my husband. He would have been.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't take the drugs that they prescribed him, but.
And the list of side effects, I don't know if you've ever heard those commercials, and I'll hear it, and it'll be like, and side effects is like cancer and death. And I'm like, wait, I'm not even there yet. What do I want to risk
It's
that?
pretty scary, right? It's scary. And what baffles me is how are we not realizing this? Like, I guess it's just we don't know,
Yeah, and it's not a total
We don't
poo-poo,
think about it.
Yeah, of modern medicine, because you're in a car accident and trauma.
Yes.
For sure. Take yourself to the
100%.
hospital, and lots of
100%.
great people, but
100%.
there's also things like this that are just not out there, and then people that are using it. But when you can just tell stuff for yourself, and that is just part of also Always Another Way, is your own body. You know how you feel in your own body. And I had talked about this at first. I had an ear, nose, and throat dairy allergy, and I didn't know that until I quit all dairy. And then I could breathe better. And I had somebody say, like, that's not true. And I'm like, how do you know that's not true?
Yeah.
That would be my body. I know what's in it. Just
Yes.
like this, you can feel in your own body
Yes.
and get a treatment like this that's relaxing, it's affordable, and to just so rapidly just see a change in something.
It's been amazing for me. It's such a blessing to see. I see it every single day, and it's amazing.
I love
It really, really, really is. So
I love that.
yes.
So if you are in Dallas, where can everybody find you? You can drive up to Dallas, fly into it.
You can. We're hoping we're going to be all over the place soon, but we're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
My address?
Yeah, sure.
It's 4300 MacArthur Avenue, Suite 150.
And we're going to have your website,
Yes.
all your contact. Everything is going to be in the show notes. It's Ohzone,
Yeah,
the Ozone.
The Ozone.
And-
we named it that because we wanted it to be like what's in there? What's in that clinic?
That's what
All
I was
kinds
thinking
of
too.
weird, different stuff.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I'm a huge fan, and you're just such
Thank
a
you so
wonderful
much.
person, and I really appreciate you just bringing this to everybody and
thank you.
just creating this opportunity and not being afraid to be outside of the box, because
It was a struggle at first, I will tell you, but yes.
that when there is, and then you have people that are seeing, and I'm sure this helps you, just clients that come in that say, I feel the difference. I
Yes.
feel better. I see this difference.
It's been a
This
journey for sure.
is life-changing.
And so it's clients like you that have kept me going. So thank you as well.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
So I have everything in there, and I just want to thank you all so very much for watching, because there is always another way.